Hey, so what if you're a buyer in the market for a luxury property for yourself and your family, and all of a sudden find out that there's a few market properties that are in the luxury segment, but they're not being advertised, and you can't immediately have access unless you've got access to the inner circle. What is this about, and how do you overcome this? Okay, show reel first. All right, guys, welcome back. So what are some ways, why are some luxury properties in Dubai not being advertised, and how you could potentially overcome that? Okay, let me give you a little bit of a primer, because Dubai market's just about 20 odd years old. Okay, we're still emerging, maturing market. So how do you face up to the realities that some luxury properties in the market aren't being advertised? Okay, here's the critical thing. First of all, you got to understand that there's two segments. Obviously, there's the resale and there's the off plan. Okay, the off plan is pre-ready or under construction. Okay, under construction. I'll just put construction here, and you're gonna absolutely understand. Okay, now the resale properties, which are off market, pretty much follows a model that you might have in the US, Canada, Toronto, New York, Manhattan, Paris, London, Tokyo markets. Okay, there's a reason why. Okay, the sellers want privacy. Okay, so when they engage an exclusive broker and give him or her the mandate to sell the market, they're very, very clear that we want to be very private about this sale. And there's tons of reasons that can be about being sensitive to their children. Maybe their children grew up in that house. Maybe part of the family doesn't agree about selling it. Maybe they've got a reputation around there with their friends. They don't want others to know that they're selling it until the sale happens. So it becomes easier to explain after the sale happens. Sometimes you just don't want to put a house into the market and not achieve its price and then have to take it off the market. It can sometimes be embarrassing, right? Also, they don't want buyers multiplied by 100. Okay, now properties at the million and less mark, you want hundreds of buyers looking, buying, trying to make offers. But properties 50 million dirhams plus or $10 million above, you don't want hundreds of buyers coming in, walking through, looking at the property, because maybe not all of the buyers are even qualified. So they're going to give it exclusively, generally speaking, to a broker, and then say, look, pre-qualify all your buyers hard before you actually bring them to actually look at the property, so on and so forth. Because at the end of the day, this one is not an auction. Okay, they want to get the best price by managing the buyers. Now, generally speaking, if you get 100 buyers, it becomes very difficult to manage. But if you got 3 to 10 buyers, you can easily manage and get the best, sometimes get the best money for the seller. Okay, so that's on the resale side. Okay, on this side, essentially speaking, the off plan. Okay, Dubai has a regulatory process and paperwork. Okay, the market's extremely hot and it's accepting of new launches coming in, which is why, like, some of the recent projects that were launched were quickly sold out in the luxury segment. Okay, but what is the reality behind this? There is a lot of regulatory paperwork and approvals to be put in place before a launch can be. So the floor plans, the escrow account, I don't want to bore you with all the details, but there's tons of things: escrow accounts, floor plans, payment plans, the land documents, the title deed, all of that needs to be pre-approved by the Dubai Land Department before a project can be sold. There are sometimes monetary guarantees that need to be put into the escrow account, and the Land Department needs to approve for the sale to proceed. So this scenario currently in the market, the reason that there are luxury properties that are off plan is because off market, because the regulatory framework doesn't allow it yet. for them to launch. Once the regulation says yes, go ahead, then they officially launch. So what's happening is some developers are doing pre-launch. And they don't sell you anything. They take something from you called an EOI, expression of interest. EOI, because they are officially not allowed to sell to you, okay? They might even take a deposit from you, but they will not bank it. And if you choose not to go through with the property purchase, they will allow you to back out, okay? Now, why are some buyers still proceeding with the purchase at this stage? It's essentially, and there is some truth in this, there's FOMO happening, okay? Because once the launch happens at this stage, if there were 300 properties available or 100 properties available at the time of actual launch, the developer might have 200 EOIs, and therefore you have only a choice of 100. If there were 100 properties, the developer might have pre-sold 75, and you'll have a choice of only 25. So some buyers, because of this, there's a fear of missing out, but then there's also a reality. They are buying or doing expressions of interest pre-launch with the developers so that they can actually book a spot when the actual launch takes place. They're going to be the first ones in line to actually buy and make that purchase. So this is why these two categories, some of the luxury markets and some of the luxury properties are not in the market. All right, ciao for now. Hey guys, thank you for watching the video. I hope you liked it. My name is Fahd Dawood. I've been doing this for 15 plus years. I started in Toronto, Canada in 2006, and since 2007 I've been based in Dubai and doing real estate in Dubai. Look, if you're looking to work with me, there's a form below and my mobile number. I do paid consulting. You can also get help from my team for services. If you like the video, press the like button, press the subscribe and the bell icon, and share it with your friends who you feel would be able to benefit from the content of this video. Last but not the least, I'll repeat, me and my team's role is always going to be to help and select the best property for you. Your role will be to invest in that property, and we will in turn invest in your life and your future. Bye for now.